Hey you guys, it's Rachel here with Life of Senza. So I'm out here with my chickens and I've got Tilla come out here too. He's right here. And we are just doing some chicken socialization with this barred rock rooster. He seems concerned about Tillicum. And he ain't no joke. This rooster right here, he don't play. So Tillicum has been chasing some chickens. And the breeder who I bought him from did tell me that his mother did chase chickens initially, and then she quit. And there he goes, chasing a chicken. Now, one of the ways that I will attempt to deal with that is by basically making it boring for him. And so I think he's doing it out of fun right now. I don't think it's like necessarily predatory. I think he's just trying to assert himself right now because he's a very dominant dog, extremely dominant dog. Tillicum! And so because he's such a dominant dog, I think that he's really more pushing his weight around than anything right now. And so what I'm doing is, while he's still very young and small, I'm basically just going to have him out with my other, or out with the chickens. You see that foot swipe he just did after he pooped? Very, 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 very good sign of dominance within a dog. That's a scent gland. They have scent glands in their toes, between their toes, that he's using to mark. Sorry, I had some on my foot. Tillicum, come on. Come on. Who's barking out there? And so anyway, that's what I'm going to try to do. He's a bit small for me to really be getting onto him. Tillicum, come on, boy. Tilly. He's in there looking around. Tillicum. What you doing? Come on. Come on, Tilly. Let's go. So my chickens are out here. And what I want to do is really just get him bored of them. And he hasn't really had that opportunity like the rest of my dogs, where we just sit out and we get, bored. And it doesn't last long. He just kind of asserts himself. And that's what I really think he's doing. I think he's like basically dominating the chickens in a way. Like he's running around and he's just, making them move their feet, and then he moves on. He's like, whatever. And I think that as time goes on and he gets bored of that, I think it may stop. But for now, this is the method that I'm trying. And we'll see where it goes from there. If he does not end up being a good livestock guardian, he will literally just be my pet. He is much loved, and I got him knowing that there's never a guarantee that a dog will end up being a good livestock guardian. And so it's kind of the agreement that I have with people who want to buy a dog from me for service work. If somebody wants to buy a dog as a service dog from me, knowing, and I tell people, Corso are not bred for service work. And so there's never a guarantee, you know what I mean? They have less breeding for service work than Tillicum has for livestock guardianship. And so anyway, You know, I always tell people, if you buy a dog from me for that purpose, then if the dog washes out, you can't get rid of it. You have to keep it. Like, it's, you know, I sell the dog to them with the understanding that that the dog is a pet first. Somebody's, I think that's Don Juan. They must be barking at my son. Quiet down. So my son came back to live with me a couple days ago. And I haven't really ever talked about him because it was not something that was easy to explain. Hey, quiet down. That's enough. And, you know, I want to be very clear with people, and I'll do more of a dedicated video to it, but I do want to be very clear about it, that that when I do talk about it, I don't want anyone attacking my mother over it. But it wasn't my fault. It wasn't a situation I had really any control over. And so it wasn't by choice, for that matter. And he wasn't taken because I did anything wrong or anything like that. I just, it was a very weird situation. And so, it was, you know, just a weird deal. So I will go through it and talk about it at a later date, but not right now. So I'm just, what the fudge? Did you just fall over? And so anyway, I will talk about it, and you know, with him, but not yet. Like I said, just not yet. So, but he is here, and I'm really happy about it. And and yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So we'll address it later, when he's had a chance to settle down. And I also have some phone recordings that I want him to listen to that I had taken. I had basically knew that I was going to need proof at one point. And so I recorded a bunch of phone calls with my mother, so that I would be able to prove that I did not willingly abandon him, and that I didn't do anything wrong. That literally she took advantage of me when I was very vulnerable and young, and I didn't really have a support system, and basically stole my child from me. And I've talked about forgiveness a lot on my channel, and you know, that's why. Try to imagine having to forgive somebody who not only abandoned you, but then later stole your child. And so, you know, she's my mother. And like many people say, you know, like, you know, family is family, and I may talk about her or whatever, but it doesn't mean that I necessarily want a bunch of other people talking about her. And it wouldn't help my relationship with my son either, because he, you know, he knows her, and it's hard for him to know what the truth is. And so, once I get those, once I have him, pardon me, listen to those videos, those recordings, then I'll feel more comfortable about talking about it. But I need him to know the absolute truth before I really go into more detail about it. But suffice to say that he really needed help. He's not had a good support system. He's been on his own since he was about 15 years old. And I'm doing my best to help him out and get him back on track, and give him the chance that he never really got. So anyway, that's why I've been MIA as well. But I'm happy. Good things are happening. He seems to really love the dogs, and I think he may be the one to take over the mantle, hopefully, for me. So I'm going to teach him what I know, and I'll probably do video where I show you guys that. So, look, he's not chasing him anymore. How cool is that, you guys? So anyway, my method is working. Yeah, it's not fun to chase things when they're not new or fresh anymore, when it's not exciting anymore, see? And that's the thing, right, is dogs will chase for different reasons. It seemed as though he was chasing for dominance, not for prey drive. And I noticed that because there were a couple times that a chicken would run from him and he wouldn't notice it, or maybe he would notice it, but it just was like he was going a different direction, and he wouldn't he wouldn't chase it. And that's a really good thing. It's a really good sign, because basically prey drive a dog would chase if something runs from it. And so dominance they'll chase just to make a move, and just to be who they are, you know. Dominant dog making another animal move, but I had a feeling that it wasn't true prey drive, and this is what we're seeing here. So anyway, well, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna get inside, drink some coffee, and hopefully we'll get another video in for you guys on the main channel. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, and another thing I want to say is, if this has taught me anything, it's taught me that sometimes things don't happen in the time that you want them to. Well, there he goes again. But look, he was done. See, dominance. He chased it and moved on. Just like I said. But anyway, sometimes things don't happen the way that you think they should, on the timing you think they should, and sometimes you'll think that it's just lost, but that doesn't mean that that's necessarily the truth. And sometimes you just have to be patient and wait for the right time. And, you know, that's a thing. Yeah. Dominating chickens, huh? Hey, look, I just need them to know who's boss around these parts. I'm the boss around these here parts. Anyway, well, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna keep working with this little squirt, and hopefully get him desensitized to these chickens soon enough. So, talk to you later. Bye.